It's getting more challenging for charities these days. There is more need, and with the volatile economy, some charitable organizations are going to extremes to get your important donations. Dana Hutchings joins us now with more on this in tonight's Checkpoint.
Scott, tonight the Great Canadian Food Fight launches. It's a three-city challenge to raise food donations for local food banks, and it's done by weight. Last year, Regina raised 240 tons of food, Halifax 90 tons, Victoria 60. So the push is on this year to win. But when it comes to extreme fundraising, some guys are going even further by taking their clothes off. The shelves are nearly empty at the Mustard Seed in Victoria.
We're experiencing a lot of difficulties right now.
The same is true at the food bank in Regina.
It's been a challenging year.
So the Great Canadian Food Fight between the two cities will be crucial.
What's it going to take, Victoria, for us to put us over and finally beat Regina?
Who can raise the most amount of food for their food banks in a short amount of time?
It's the Battle of the Queen Cities. A Regina radio station even took to YouTube to rally the troops.
We have over 4,000 volunteers helping out around Regina and the surrounding area. You know how many they have in Victoria? 50.
Of course we want to win this. Of course we know that Victoria is one of the most generous cities in all of Canada. But let's go out and let's prove it this year.
This is one way charities are going to extreme measures to get donations.
Cheer on, everyone.
There are other examples. Easter seals. They ask participants to challenge themselves and save lives by rappelling off the CIBC building in the drop zone. And there isn't anything more extreme than taking off your clothes for charity. Meet Jerry, Arlen, and Noah. 3 of the Saanich firefighters in the calendar, which launches Friday night.
There's 13 guys who are in fabulous shape. It was really well done. All the photos are great shots. It's $20 and it all goes to great charities.
We do take a fair bit of ribbing for it, both on the job and off the job. But like I say, it's all about charity. It's for the kids, and we do have a lot of fun with it.
The money raised will go to the Victoria Hospitals Foundation for Pediatrics. Already this year, the firefighters have donated $10,000 to the Mustard Seed. And speaking of the food bank, the mayor of Victoria isn't past legal cheating to win.
Now, we could probably cheat a little, buy bulk heavy stuff because it's a measure by weight. So let's go do this.
In all seriousness, though, Vancouver Island is a generous place.
Victorians have generous, compassionate, big hearts. So I'm quite sure. I just feel really good about this year that Victorians are going to come to the beckoning call, and I'm contemplating that we will be the champions. We will be wearing the crown.
And no matter how you fundraise, donate, or participate, your help is appreciated. So our Checkpoint question tonight, how do you decide which charity to donate to? You can tweet us at @check_news, on Facebook at facebook.com/checknews, or email checkpoint@checknews.ca. Scott, Brent Palmer says the Mustard Seed needs donations of food, but it also needs money desperately for the first time in its history.
We're experiencing a lot of difficulties right now. Paying our bills. We're in the red, so we have to figure out some ways how we can raise $1.5 million from now until the end of December. I'm asking the support of Victorians today to help the Mustard Seed where we can help the less fortunate of our community.
And our Checkpoint question tonight, how do you decide which charity to donate to? Here's some of your answers from the streets of Victoria.
For me, it's like the causes that I'm interested in. I volunteered for an agency, so I was more inclined to give to them.
I grew up not as well off as others, so I like to give to the food bank.
Just places that help diseases, the people I know with that have them, or just basically things that I've experienced in my life and are close to my heart.
This year I've based my donations on sicknesses in my family and that my father has passed away, so I'm donating to the Heart and Stroke Foundation this year.
Whatever's at the till, like the rest might change. It's better, even though it's a little bit, it'll do better for them than it will for me.
And your social media responses. Carrie Chase McNabb says local charities mostly, especially those that use 100% of the funds, as opposed to organizations that maybe have 30% to use for the needed purpose. Kids, sports, and arts are big on my list. Phyllis Griffith says, I make a point of not donating over the phone, and I make sure that the charities I donate to use my money for people in need. Food, shelter, and clothing are where I focus my meager funds available for donation. And Gord Wright on Twitter says, I donate to groups that support my values. And back to the Great Canadian Food Fight for just a second. It kicks off at 6 o'clock tonight, and if you want to donate, you only have the next 48 hours. And that's tonight's Checkpoint.